Whoa. Are you a Star Wars fan who ever wished they could own Yoda's lightsaber without having to waste money on a toy? You know, something that would be practical in real life, but also be reminiscent of Yoda's lightsaber? Well, if that's the case, I think I might have the flashlight for you. This is the HAIKElite SC01. Comes in this box. It's a plastic box, kind of reminiscent of something Pelican box-ish, but really it's just a cheap plastic box. Inside, the flashlight will come wrapped up in foam, or in bubble wrap I should say. Now you'll notice right there, bad glare, right there, a little scuffed up, that's how it came out of the box. Get a couple O-rings, lanyard, USB cable, which we'll talk about more in a second. So yeah, as soon as you open up this box and put it in your hand, you're like, wow, Yoda's lightsaber. Well, at least that's what I thought the first time I picked it up. This is a pretty good sized flashlight. It runs on a 26650 cell. It's going to give you a maximum runtime with a cell that big, which is pretty great. And you'll notice it has a smooth reflector, very deep. So it's basically a thrower. You're not going to get a lot of flood out of it, but it reaches out quite far. It retails for about $55. Comes in several colors, black and silver, I believe. Now it has an XHP35 high emitter. It's basically a 4-mode light with an ultra low of 20 lumens, a low of 200 lumens, a mid of 500 lumens, and a high of 1,000 lumens. Now there's a hidden strobe and a hidden turbo, both of which are 2,000 lumens. It has a real simple UI. Just a quick press will turn it on, and then a press and hold, and you're going to go from lower to higher, and it'll just keep cycling through. Stop wherever you want, and that's it. It has mode memory, so wherever you turn it off, that's where it's going to come back onto. I'm going to use the low, but from anywhere, you can go right to the turbo. And then one click to turn it off. And then from the off position, press and hold, strobe will come on. I guess I shouldn't move my hand if you want to see it, right? And then one click will turn it off. The light is quite large. You're looking at almost 5.5 inches long, and I'd say a good 1 5/8 inches in diameter. There it is against my BLF A6, my normal everyday carry light. Now, because of the size, I would say most people probably are not going to be able to carry this on body. I personally wear carpenter pants with tool pockets on either side of the thigh. And for me, I can definitely carry it that way. It's not a big issue. I carried it for a few weeks that way. I've been carrying it like this for a couple weeks. It doesn't really bang around too much on stuff. But most people aren't going to wear carpenter pants every day of their lives. Most people have normal type pants. So your other options are, of course, to belt carry, which is something I don't do. But for those of you who do it, the omission of a holster would probably be a little bit of a bummer for you. Or, of course, there's always bag carry. Not a big deal, right? If you carry an EDC bag around with you, and that's where you carry your flashlight. If that's how you roll, then this light isn't really that big. Of course, it's also good for around the house. Keep it by the back door, the front door. You know, use it for walking the dog, what have you. So, really great, but as an EDC light, it probably has limitations due to its size. On the plus side, you get really long runtime with the 26650 cell. Although I will say, because of the electronic switch, there seems like there's some parasitic drain, at least in this sample that I have. It seems like it's pretty bad. Over the course of 3 weeks, it seems like it's sucking a lot of juice out of the battery. I don't have a really good way to measure that, but once I'm done with this video, I have a ZTS battery tester. I'm going to test the cell, put a fresh one right in there, leave it alone for 3 weeks, month, whatever, and then check again, and I'll post the results in the comment section. Just out of curiosity, I tried to find out what HAIKElite means, and of course the light part means light for flashlight, right? But what's the HAIKE portion of their company name mean? I'm not 100% sure, but according to Google, the HAI means not bad, and the KE means very.
So what I get from the company name is that they're very not bad flashlights. And I'd have to say that's true. As long as this thing doesn't have severe parasitic drain, which again I'm looking into, I wouldn't hesitate to buy one of these. The fit and finish was really great. The reflector, flawless. The emitter's well centered. Everything seems pretty good. Now, you'll notice at the beginning of the video we unboxed it and there was a USB cord in there. You would suspect that this thing is USB chargeable, right? Except there's no rubber boot anywhere. As a design feature, they put the input above the O-ring. So it's watertight, it's sealed. You do have to unscrew the head off to get the charging port in there, or the charging cable in there, but still pretty nice feature. This will be red while you're charging, and when it's fully charged it glows green. Now the threads are nicely cut too, by the way. If you're looking for a moderately priced thrower, this might be the answer for you. The fact that it has a simple UI, doesn't have a second switch to complicate matters on the tail. The stuff you don't need is hidden. All in all, a really nice flashlight for the money. This sample came to me from Banggood in exchange for a review. I'd like to thank Banggood for the generous offer. Although my YouTube channel is quite small, I have a fairly decent sized presence on some gear forums. Perhaps that's why they thought I was worthy. They contacted me, I didn't contact them. I make no money off of this other than I get to keep the flashlight. Since my flashlight reviews aren't very scientific, they don't have a lot of graphs and charts, and I don't break down the flashlight into a million pieces. I'll post a link to a thread over at the Budget Light forum where they take down the light. I'll also post a link to the flashlight collection thread over at BLF so you can see the full extent of my flashlight collection and at least have some understanding how I'm basing my opinions or what experience I might have with budget flashlights. I'd like to thank everybody for watching in their time. Hope you all have a great day.
Even in the daylight, can you guys see into the woods? This thing's quite a thrower.